So x, y, z, and point of intersection, we call this point as what? Where all three lines mutually meet, or all three lines are mutually perpendicular. The point of intersection is O. Midpoint means what? It's a point of internal division which divides the line in the ratio 1:1. By drawing perpendicular to xy plane, you got z coordinate. Similarly, if you draw perpendicular to the other plane, you get x coordinate and y coordinate. SAS property and all you can use and prove similar, but no need to prove similar, just mention they are similar. From the figure, the triangles are similar. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with introduction to 3D. So in my last session, I taught you distance formula. Today we'll be discussing section formula. So dear students, let me derive section formula. What is meant by sectioning? Dividing. So if you have a class of 100 students, they'll make it 3. They may make it 2 sections, 3 sections, or 4 sections. Section means what? They'll divide. So 50 students per batch, 2 sections. So like that, any line you can section it. Any line you can divide it. So for that, to divide, we need a point. Suppose if I have a line segment, say AB. AB is a line segment. If you want to divide it in the ratio, say 2:3, we need a point. So A and B are line joining points. That AB can be divided using another point called P. P is called as point of division. And the point of division lies between A and B. If you observe, it is between A and B. We call this as internal division. Means we are comparing AB with respect to P. P is between A and B. It's internal division. External division means AB can be compared with a point outside the line. So A to P, B to P. That is external division. But section formula we are deriving for internal division. In your syllabus, only for internal division, you have internal division. We have formula for what? Section formula. We have derivation for internal division of section formula. Let us derive it. To derive, the basic is diagram. So if you can draw the diagram, you can derive it. And later we use simple concept called triangle similarities. So now this is introduction to what? 3D. So 3D means we have to mention 3 dimensions. What are the 3 dimensions? So we'll draw x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. 3 mutually perpendicular lines. So always very important. However you want, you can't name it as x, y, z. Start anti-clockwise. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis. So x, y, z, and point of intersection, we call this point as what? Where all 3 lines mutually meet, or all 3 lines are mutually perpendicular. The point of intersection is O. So x, y and z meet at what? O. So now we have x, y, z. So we'll take one of the points of division. One is P, the other one is Q. I'm repeating, diagram is the key to derive. If you can draw the diagram, you can derive it easily. So I have taken P and Q, line joining points. Let me join PQ. So I have joined PQ. PQ. So the line joining PQ is divided by another point. Say, let us consider the point of division. Let R be the point. Let R be the point which divides, R is the point, R divides PQ in the ratio m:n, in the ratio m:n. So you can see that R is dividing PQ in the ratio at m:n. Now coming to this, in order to derive the value of R, now our task is to get the value of R. R is also a point. Point will have x, y, z coordinates. We want to get the R value. In order to get the R value, we need to draw 3 perpendicular lines. Let us draw, extra construction is, let us draw perpendicular L, M, N. So I am drawing 3 perpendicular lines onto the plane. So here down we have a plane. So this is little lengthy. So here let us draw 3 mutually perpendicular lines. One is PL, and you can see PL is in which plane? XY plane. So from P, draw a line perpendicular to what? XY plane. From R, you draw another line which is perpendicular to the same XY plane. and then we have Q. So name it L, M, N. Dear students, PL, RM and QN are three perpendicular lines drawn perpendicular to which plane? XY plane. It is difficult to observe here. Assume a pad, or you can see my hand. So for this hand, this pen is perpendicular. Do you agree? This hand is XY plane. Like that we have XY plane here, and PL, RM and QN are perpendicular to this plane. Now further our task is to derive. So you can join this also. You can see the height difference. So this is from lower end, so it will go a little down like that. Now extra construction also we should do to get the triangles. So I'll draw perpendicular. Extra constructions. So let us draw PS perpendicular to SR. So I am drawing PS perpendicular to SR and join RT. The purple line whatever I have drawn here, it's extra construction. Now can you see two triangles here? PSRM and RTQ. So two triangles are there. One is PSR, the other one is RQT. Two triangles are there. Two triangles are similar. If two triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. That's what you studied in your lower class in 10th standard BPT. Basic proportionality theorem says that if two triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So from the diagram, from the figure, what is the conclusion? Triangle PSR. Can you see this triangle PSR? It is similar to triangle RQT. Means both are same, the directions are different. They are similar triangles. Here we have two perpendicular lines, here we have two perpendicular lines, one hypotenuse, they are almost similar. So similarity, and no need to prove similarity, that you have done in your high school. SAS property and all you can use and prove similar, but no need to prove similar, just mention they are similar. From the figure, the triangles are similar. If two triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. Sides are proportional. What is meant by sides proportional? So this PS is same as QT. Here this is the perpendicular, here this is the perpendicular, both are similar. So PS by QT is same as SR by RT. Or I can say PR by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? This is 90 degrees. Opposite to 90 is the hypotenuse. A small triangle, what is hypotenuse? PR. For this above triangle, what is hypotenuse? RQ. PR by RQ. PR by RQ. And similarly, you can take SR by RT. SR by RT. Do we need all three? Not required. Any one pair if you take, more than sufficient. So I'll take PS by QT. Let us take these two. To derive, so all three sides are proportional, take two pairs, that's it. So I'll take these two. So I'll take PS in this vertical by QT is same as hypotenuse PR by RQ. PR by RQ. So dear students, P to R the ratio is M. R to Q ratio is what? M. Ratio is N. PR, I told you in the beginning we have to write the considerations. R is a point which divides PQ internally in the ratio M is to N. R is dividing PQ in the ratio M is to N internally. So therefore PR is M, RQ is N. So PR by RQ I can write M by N. So PS by QT is M by N. So PR by RQ, here you can see PR, in spite of PR, what is length of PR? M. RQ, what is length of RQ? The ratio N. That's what I wrote. I replaced PR with M and RQ by N. So LHS I am retaining. What is LHS? PS by QT. Now we'll continue from here. PS by QT is equal to M by N. And from here it is interesting. You can see PS. This length PS I can write with respect to SL. In the big line SL, observing SL. So this is SL. In that SL, remove PL. In SL, if I remove PL, I'll get SP or PS. So just if I want to draw, this is S, this is P, and this is L. I want only this part. So if from the big line, from this big line S to L, I'll erase this PL. So from SL remove PL, you'll get PS. Same thing we'll write. PS is, the length of PS is, length of P to S is P to L minus P to S. P to L minus P to S. So instead of PS, I'm writing SL minus PL. SL minus PL. So if you observe the diagram, it is very clear. Observe the diagram. I want only PS. I want only what? P to S. P to S is what? From the big line SL, remove PL. From this big line, remove this red line PL. From SL, remove PL, you'll get PS. So I want PS. PS is SL. Remove means minus. In SL, remove what? PL. Divided by QT. Where is QT? Here. Same logic will apply. From the big line QN, this is N. From the big line QN, remove TN. QN minus TN. RHS will not disturb. RHS is M by N. Hope all of you got this. So I wanted QT, this part. In the big line, what is the big line? Q to N. In Q to N, erase this TN. If I remove Tn, I'll get Qt. So Qt can be written as Qn minus Tn. That's what I've done. Now, observe, S to L is a line parallel to what axis? Z axis. And the height of this is Z coordinate. So dear students, point P we will assume as x1, y1, z1. Any point in 3 dimension is represented in terms of x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. So this is P. Point Q is x2, y2, z2. And the point R, what we need to find, R is x, y, z. R is what? X, y, z. We need to find the value of x, y, z. Now R is at a height of what? Z on z axis. P is at a height of z1. And Q, here we have Q. Q is at a height of z2. This Q is at a height of z2. R is at a height of z. And P is at a height of z1. So now S to L is z. SL we say z. Minus PL. P is at a height of z1. Z1. And similarly QN. Q to N. If you observe, Q is at a height of z2. Minus Tn. T is at a height of same as R. And R value of R z coordinate is what? Z. Is equal to M by N. Here you should pay more attention to understand what I wrote here. SL. S is at a height of R. Can you see? S, R, T, all are at same height. So what is R's Z value? Because it is parallel to Z axis, R's Z value is Z. So S, R and T, S to L or R to M or T to N, all will have Z value. The height is Z, so we'll write Z. So SL is Z. PL, P to L, P is at a height of point P, Z coordinate. What is point P, Z coordinate? Z1. And then Q is at a height of Z2. That's how I wrote this. Now our task is to get Z value. So rearrange. Now from here it's algebra. Coordinate geometry means what? We have to coordinate geometry with algebra. So geometry gave us equation. Solving the equation is by what is that? Algebra. So we'll coordinate the geometry with algebra. So now we'll rearrange. N you bring this side. N into Z minus Z1 is equal to, right side we have M, denominator transfer this side, Z2 minus Z. Now simplify this, multiply N into Z is NZ minus NZ1 is equal to MZ2 minus MZ. So our task is to make subject as Z. So group all Z terms to one side. Here we have NZ, let it be. But minus MZ is in RHS, bring it to LHS. So it will become plus MZ is equal to MZ2, bring minus NZ2 to this side, so it will become plus NZ2, NZ1. So in these two, we are interested in Z. You take Z common. If you take Z common, what is left out? N plus M, and that is equal to what? MZ2 plus NZ1. Now our interest is Z. It is product. Transfer this into to that side. It will become divided by. So Z will become MZ2 plus NZ1 divided by M plus N. Dear students, you got Z coordinate. You got what? Z coordinate. By drawing perpendicular to xy plane, you got z coordinate. Similarly, if you draw perpendicular to the other plane, you will get x coordinate and y coordinate. So, similarly, by drawing perpendicular to yz plane and xz plane, sorry, you will get, we get x coordinate. So therefore, similarly, we can get x coordinate in the form of x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y coordinate as what? My2 plus ny1 by m plus 1. So now you got x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. We'll conclude. So therefore, the point of internal division is R value is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, and mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. This is the section formula for internal division. Similarly, you can find external division. For external division, if point lies outside, for external division, same formula. For external division, same formula, instead of plus, write minus. R will be mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, mz2 minus nz1 minus m minus n. This is the external division. Section formula for internal, section formula for external. And the next case is midpoint formula. Midpoint means what? It's a point of internal division which divides the line in the ratio 1:1. In the place of m and n, if you put 1, so midpoint R is x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2, comma z1 plus z2 by 2. This is a midpoint. So dear students, you have to learn internal division formula, external division formula and midpoint formula. First you memorize them, write and practice them, then you start problems. Now going with the problems of 12.3. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining points -2, 3, 5 and 1, -4, 6 in the ratio 2:3 internally and 2:3 externally. So first point, 2:3 internally. So now the point they give, point we say P, -2, 3, 5, we call it as x1, y1, z1, and the other point they give Q, Q is 1, -4, 6, we call it as x2, y2, z2, and the ratio they give, the ratio is m:n, 2:3, 2:3 is the ratio m:n. So now internal division. For internal division, what is the formula? R is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Now further, m is 2 into 1 plus n is 3 into -2 divided by m plus n. What is m plus n? 2 plus 3. Again 2 plus 3. 2 into y value. What is y value? -4 plus 3 into, so 3 into y value 3 plus, similarly, sorry, x and y I wrote. So point will have what? In 3 dimension, point will have x, y as well as z. And similarly mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. Here also in the formula list we have written this. So now mz2, m is what? 2, z2 is here, z2 is 2 into 6 plus 3, n is 3, 3 into z1 is 5 by m plus n, 2 plus 3. Simplify this. So 2 minus 6 by 5 minus 8 plus 9 by 5, 12 plus 15 by 5. That is minus 4 by 5, comma 1 by 5, comma 27 by 5. This is the point of internal division. So they want section formula for external division. Same formula, you put negative sign. So external division, the second part I will do. So second part, mx2, r is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, mz2 minus nz1 by m minus n. Now substitute it. Mx2 minus nx1 means 2 into 1 minus 3 into minus 2 divided by 2 minus 3. In all the denominators we'll have 2 minus 3, again 2 minus 3. In numerator m 2 into y2, y2 is minus 4, minus 3 into y1, 3, and again 2 into 6 minus 3 into 5. Simplify this, you will get 2 ones are 2 plus 6, 3 2s are 6, minus into minus becomes plus, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 by minus 1, minus 8. Minus 8 plus 9, that will be 1 by minus 1, that will be 1. Then 6 2s are 12, 12 minus 15 by minus 1. 12 minus 15 is minus 3 by minus 1 is 3. This is external division. For internal, 2 into 1, 3 into minus 2, 3 into minus 2 is minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4 by 5, everything by 5 will get, that's it. So we got internal and external division. Just substitute the values in the formula. Now given that P, Q and R are collinear, find the ratio in which PR divides. Find the ratio in which PR divides, they are asking. So they told P, Q, R. So let us assume it is in between. Later we'll see. We'll assume the ratio is k:1. Let us assume the ratio is k:1, and this is 3, 2, minus 4, and Q is 5, 4, minus 6, and point of division is 9, 8, minus 10. Now this is x, this is x1, this is x2. Just, let k:1 be the ratio. 1 be the ratio. Find the k, that's it. Ratio. Now we'll use the formula k into x2, mx2 plus nx1 divided by 1 into x1 divided by m plus n means k plus 1. Here this is in the form of m and n is equal to x coordinate. What is x coordinate? 9. Any one you can take. So k into what is x2 here? 5 plus 1 into what is x1? 3. K plus 1 is equal to 9. So now rearrange. So you will get 5k and plus 3 divided by 9 into k plus 1. Simplify this. 5k plus 3 is equal to 9k plus 9. So 3 minus 9 is equal to 9k minus 5k. This is minus 6. 9k minus 5k is 4k. So k you will get minus 6 by 4. So k is equal to minus 6 by 4 means 2 3s are 2 2s are. So k is minus 3 by 2. So therefore R divides P and Q in the ratio, what is the ratio? 3:2 externally. Since you are getting minus, so you should mention externally. Means the diagram will be like this. P is here, R is here, P is here, Q is here. The point of division lies outside. Because you are getting ratio negative. Ratio negative means it is minus 3 by 2 or minus 3:2 means 3:2 externally. So similarly, find the ratio in which YZ plane divides the line segment formed by the points minus 2, 4Z and 3, minus 5, 8 they are asking. So they want you to find the ratio in which YZ plane divides this. See, the point of division is in YZ plane. So one of the point P I will take minus 2, 4, 7, call it as X1, Y1, Z1, and the other point I will take QQ, I will call it as 3, minus 5, 8, I call it as X2, Y2, Z2, and the point of division is R is in YZ plane. You see, dear students, in YZ plane, in the first exercise I taught you, in YZ plane, x value is 0 and YZ we don't know. So therefore, m is to n, we will assume the ratio is k is to 1. This is m, this is n. So again, use the section formula. What is the section formula? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n is the x coordinate. So I am not writing the complete point, I am taking x coordinate. So m is what? K into x2, x2 is 3 plus n is what? 1, x1 is minus 2 divided by m plus n is equal to x. What is x coordinate? 0. Cross multiply m plus n or k plus 1. If you cross multiply, 3k minus 2 is equal to 0 or 3k is equal to 2 or k is equal 3k is equal to 2 or k is what? 2 by 3. Therefore, YZ plane divides in the ratio 2:3 internally, because we got positive. If you get positive, we say internally. I hope all of you understood this. Next, using section formula, show that the points are collinear. So one of the point you take middle and find the ratio with respect to x coordinate and y coordinate and z coordinate, you will get same. Then you can prove they are collinear. So find the coordinates of point which will trisect. So in trisect means what? So there are 2 points which will divide them. Okay, one point is P, one point is Q. Point of trisection, there will be 2 points of trisection. One is A and the other one is B. You should find A and B. Trisection means 1:1 equal. First, if you want to find PA, so P to A, this is 1 plus 1 is 2. So find A first. How to find A? So let A and B are the points of trisection. Are the points of what? Trisection. Now I'll take A. So dear students, P is given. P is 4, 2, minus 6. x1, y1, z1 I call it as A. So here to here the ratio is 1 is 2. Here to here the ratio is 2. And Q, the last point. One of the point of trisection, A I took Q. What is Q they give? 10 minus 16, 6. Now use section formula to get A. What is the section formula? A is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. And you know m is to n. What is m? 1. What is n? N is 2. M is to n means 1 is to 2. So 1 plus 2, denominator 1 plus 2 in all the cases. And numerator 1 into x2. What is x2? 10. 1 into 10 plus 2 into x1, 4. Similarly, 1 into y2. What is y2? Minus 16 plus 2 into y1. y1 is what? 2. And similarly, 1 into z2. What is z2? 6 plus n into z1. z1 is minus 6. Simplify this. 10 ones are 10 plus 8. 18 by 3, 6. Minus 16 plus 4. Minus 16 plus 4 gives you minus 12. Minus 12 by 3 is minus 12 divided by 3. That gives you what? Minus 4. And 6 minus 12 is minus 6. Minus 6 by 3 is minus 2. This is A. The other point of trisection, B. P, Q and B. B is the other point of trisection. This side 1, this side 2. 2 is to 1. What is P? 4, 2, minus 6. What is Q? 10 minus 16, 6. Now Q is mx2. Means 2 into 10 plus 1 into 4 by 2 plus 1, 3. Again 2 plus 1, 3. Again 2 plus 1, 3. my2 means 2 into y2. 2 into minus 16 plus 1 into 2. Again 2 into z2. 6 plus 1 into minus 6. Simplify this. 10 2s are 20. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 by 3, 8. Minus 32 plus 2. Minus 30 by 3, 10. Then 6 2s are 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 by 3 is 2. So 8, 10, 2. These are the 2 points of trisection. I hope all of you understood this. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.